Hey everyone, Ethan here from Extreme RC 4x4, and today I have something a little bit different, but I think it will interest some of you. What I have in front of me, this is pretty much my go-to box of tools to take with me if I'm going anywhere long distance with my RC cars or boats for that matter. So I also use this as storage for all of my soldering stuff. This is where I keep it all. I don't keep it in my drawers anymore. I used to, but it's much easier just keeping it in here. So I've got it propped up now so you guys can see everything. But starting from the top, I have this little soldering gun that I use. Just a Weller soldering gun, nothing special. I have the power cord for it, and I like to use this one because the tip is pretty nice on it still, but as a backup, if anything were to go wrong, I still keep this Dremel the Versatip. I made a video on this some time ago, but I keep this in here along with my new soldering gun. So this all stays up here. Over here I have my wire strippers, so in case I need to do any soldering on fresh wires, I can just strip the wires of those guys. These are one of my definite favorite tools when soldering. These are called helping hands. I would probably be not that great at soldering without these guys. They just make it so much easier because you can focus on soldering and not holding everything. But one thing I have done is remove the magnifying glass from it. It comes with a magnifying glass on it, but it can become a balancing act with all of that hanging off of there. So these are some tips for my Dremel Versatip, so everything stays together. Probably just leave them. I have these little needle nose pliers here with the teeth on them and some side cutters on the inside of them. I have some actual side cutters. These are all just little Harbor Freight tools, by the way. I have these bent pliers for situations where you need that, and I also keep an X-Acto blade in here just in case I don't have my knife on me at that very moment. So it can be a little bit of a squeeze sometimes getting all that in there, but now up here in this bin, I just basically keep all of my plugs that I purchased a bunch of Dean's plugs because I run primarily Dean's plugs, but also I have a couple different varieties of plugs that come with the different trucks and whatnot. But I also have plugs that I've cut off of batteries or trucks themselves just because if I need to use them. But this is an example of something you should try not to do. I have cut the wires off pretty much clean with the plug, so as you can see, there's not much to work with there, but I believe you can pull those out somehow. But keep all of my Dean's plugs in here. But I also have a spare servo connector. I used to have actually I do. I have a male end in here too, just in case I need it. So that's what I keep in there. In this side, I have this tip cleaner. You just get the soldering gun hot, and after that you just dip it in this stuff and it cleans it up pretty good. I have some solder here. Usually I keep a couple different kinds of solder in this because of some different kinds of solder work better than others. I also have some shrink tape. I don't know why that's over there, but over here I have my hex bits for all of my Allen screws, and there's some Phillips heads on there. I also have electrical tape. Another kind of solder, I actually prefer this solder here if you guys want any part numbers or whatnot. I also have some wires like this thinner stuff that came from the Tiller 6-volt conversion, and I have some different wiring harnesses from around that I've used at one point in time but not anymore, so I keep those in here. I also have up here, I have some black grease. This is the stand for soldering gun. I have some Loctite in here. As you can see, something's leaking, but this also has some Loctite in it too. I have a cross wrench here that you would use for your nuts, and I also have, just in case I forget the hex drivers, I have various sizes of Allen wrenches. Here I have some wire, not a lot left, but it is usable. Over here again, just the magnifying glass and the Versatip tips. Over here I have the driver for all of my hex bits, and it does have some different bits in the end of it that I don't really use that often, but just in case. And then over here is basically just all of my heat shrink that you'd ever need. It's all different sizes, but you got the very tiny stuff like this all the way up to really big stuff. So I probably won't ever need to use all of the different sizes, but just in case the need arises. So yeah, that's basically what I take with me when I'm going on long distance trips. Occasionally I'll throw in a few different things. If I know I'm going to be working on things more, maybe I'll put in some nut drivers or even a lighter just to get some of that heat shrinking done faster. So anyways guys, that's basically everything that I take with me when I'm going on long distance trips where I know that if I don't take this, something's going to break and I'm going to regret not taking it. I started bringing this with me after I had many opportunities to drive the trucks or the boats, and they were just broken and I couldn't fix them because I didn't have the tools with me. But now I have pretty much everything I would need to fix most anything that I found. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.